I have not posted a video in 17 days right now. It's kind of sort of my fault, but not really my fault. Let me explain. But in today's video, I want to run through some of the things that have been kind of side quest projects for me that I want to get your opinion on to see what you actually want to see more of. Yes, this light's a little ridiculous. Let's switch. First of all, my 3D printer has been running like crazy, just night and day printing stuff. And as you can see right here, I have an entire array of just different things that I've been printing, testing out with, exploring. First of all, this is nothing but a movie prop. It's a Dirty Harry movie prop, so that's all it is. No one get all freaked out. I mean, these are literally just plastic, just movie prop things, so don't worry about that. But these are just an array of different things that I've been playing around with that is more of a test to see what I can do, how small I can make the prints, etc., etc. That is actually more of a practical thing, but a very unique use case scenario. This is some smart home stuff that I want to talk about a little bit more, and that's the point of this video. I want to show you what I'm working on, some of the little side quests that I've been thinking, and I want you to kind of tell me what you think about everything, all of the above, and just kind of go from there. First of all, this is the EP Cube whole home battery backup that I have rigged in my basement for complete testing purposes only. I want to go over to the side here and just kind of show a little bit of how I want to say concerning this is, mainly because it's held up by popsicle sticks and the courage of a couple spare 2x4s that is holding it to my spare workbench. So I've actually completed a video about this, but due to reasons beyond my control, I have to wait, which was kind of a letdown because, again, it's been so long since I posted a video and I was really banking on being able to post this video. And that brings me over to this. I have a half created video, but then was told to accelerate the EP Cube video. This is all about the ventilation, the laser printing. I've been working on a little bit of ventilation. Again, I just kind of stopped because I had to do other things. That's kind of sort of on a list of things I really want to do because I want to burn plexiglass. So that is one thing. If you're interested in more of the ventilation part of that, definitely let me know. So as we are fully aware, sometimes my channel can be kind of a squirrel-based channel where I get into a whole bunch of random things, you know. I'm building plastic samurai swords just because I thought the printing process is completely interesting. I've been printing signs and I want to wire in LEDs. I got the prop thing for movies, like the Dirty Harry thing, and I was kind of curious how to print multiple parts and screw them together. I have been working, although that little thing right there, I'm gonna have to redo that Iron Man mask. Is this focusing? I spent a lot of time, a random amount of different plastics in order to print that, and before I actually want to take the time and sand it, I think I want to actually go back and use one, set printer filament in order to get that done. One of the big things for me is that I actually had these different controls for lights that I was going to tie in, or I did kind of sort of tie into Home Assistant, but I have a motion sensor, AOTech, I have a breathing presence sensor that surprisingly has worked pretty well. I have different knobs to control maybe light brightness or volume, something like that. This is a multiple button that I can press and control different things. This is a more simplistic button thing where it's light up, light down, off, etc. I bought all of these with the idea of just kind of comparing the features, how easy they are, how reliable they are. I haven't got into that yet because things just got pushed away. I want to know, is this kind of control something you guys would be interested in? Because I want to be able to control different things. I want to be able to set scenes. I want to be able to turn LEDs up and down. Like, I want some of these features, and I found some of the flaws in some of these that, I feel like I really should talk about, but I'm not really sure how many people actually care about that. Obviously, it's all going to be integrated to Home Assistant, so I just love to know your thoughts on that. Refocusing back on the 3D printing, so I have been printing off little knickknacks, Back to the Future. I want to put LEDs on that. I tried out like little different mechanical things that, like, for example, this one shoots I thought that was kind of cool. So that's not going to be featured, but I tried a big bust thing with some magnets on it so I can stick it to like a refrigerator. That turned out pretty decent. This was an old thing that I had that was actually supposed to monitor, or it does monitor, the air conditioning unit to say what the temps in going in, the humidity, the temps going out, the humidity, etc., to kind of give me an idea of when I need to change filters, what the performance of my HVAC system in, stuff like that. So I want to take apart this little rigged box that I have that may or may not be very professional, and I want to create a custom 3D print box for that so it just fits and looks a lot better. This is an extremely an extremely specialized use case where I have these lithium chargers, these batteries that didn't fit, so I created these things that just adapts it and wires over. I want to talk about it, but it's just so like niche for my exact needs that I haven't really thought about talking about it too much. This thing though, I want a helmet. I really do. I want a helmet that's gonna look nice, and I wanna sand it down. It's just a pain in the butt. Things didn't work out. I'm gonna redo that whole thing, but I don't know if anyone really cares because plenty of people did Iron Man helmets, so I put that on the back burner because I just don't really think it's cool enough to actually want to feature it in anything whatsoever. But one thing I really got into, which got me sidetracked because of all my other projects, was going to be this little system that you can download online. This is supposed to be an organization system. Let's say this is a wall. You put this on the wall, and then you can put other things on there that allows you to, like, let's say, for example, hold little things in there, so like screws, stuff like that. I just put some of the parts in there. That's going to be one of those long prints, takes a ton of plastic, and I want to be able to reprint all that and do all that. But this is I think this is going to be super interesting, and it's going to look really, really clean. It just takes a while to print. So if you might be interested in that and how I'm going to implement that, definitely let me know in the comment section down below. Another video idea that I've heavily considered, because I've been like investing into different brands. A lot of them are going to be the eSun brands, but I've ventured out into a couple different other ones, including TPU, which is more of a flexible thing. This is going to be, so this is black, and I was thinking about making tires for an RC car, but I don't actually have an RC car fascination, so I haven't really dove into that. But anyways, that's what that was built for. I have a couple more different 3D print stuff coming in, and I want to test out and just kind of see what is the most reliable 3D printing material based off of all the different brands that I've used to print these sort of things. So if you are into 3D printing and you kind of want to get an idea of how certain, filament brands handle, or maybe colors, types, etc., if that's an interest to you, let me know again. This is gonna be kind of loud because I'm in my server room, but this is my old DIY Powerwall setup, which I'm gonna talk a little bit more once I actually get my new EP Cube system set up. I wanna kind of know your thoughts. What should I do with this setup? I don't wanna run it while I'm running the EP Cube thing. I'm not saying I won't, but if you guys have some ideas of like the best use case for this, then I would love to hear about it, because I feel like a lot of this is going to be decommissioned, and I'm really just kind of at a loss of, I don't want to give it away, I don't want to make it useless, but I want to put it to use and everything, but I don't really know how I want to do that. I know I already talked about this, but this is the atom stack within here. I don't know if you can really see it. This is supposed to cut a few things. Now, if I'm going to do this whole ventilation thing, and I'm gonna have everything going out there, then I will be able to re-break out the big guns, which is a CO2 cooled 40 watt laser compared to the 12 watt laser, because I will, no matter what, end up cutting some of the things that I really wanna cut. It just depends if I'm gonna use this one or if I'm going to use this one. If you're at all interested in lasers, let me know. Maybe I'll take that as a higher priority to get that going, because I left off with ventilation, and I have some ideas that is going to make that kind of, propel further, faster, just a little bit better. On a less nerdy note, somebody randomly sent me a skateboard, an electric skateboard. I don't know how to skateboard. I've always fallen. I've hurt myself more often than not, but I think that would be more of a comedy video. So if you want to see me hurt myself on an electric skateboard that I've never used before, you know, hey, that's fine. I haven't done that in a while as far as like open that box, and it should be opened. So, you know, and the half chance you actually want to see if I can break something, that's completely fair. But if I'm being honest, these are some of the things that I've really wanted to get into. I wanted to hook them up, set them up with Home Assistant, because these are all knobs that I can use to control lighting. I can use to control volume. Some of these are way better than others, and I really kind of like those now that I have a few to compare to. And these I definitely want to put into walls, because at least this one looks a lot more simple. This one looks like I can get a lot more control. So I want to hook these up, kind of test them out. And on top of all that, I had these two sensors. And Nate actually from Discord, he was like, look, the best thing about this is having a good motion sensor and then having the presence sensor kind of back it up, because the motion sensor will activate lights coming on in an area, but the presence sensor will keep those lights on longer without turning them off while you're still in the area. So I want to talk about that relationship between the two different types of sensors and how to effectively roll them out into an environment where you really want the lights to come on, the lights to stay on, and not find yourself in an aggravating situation because things just don't work out the way they should. Hell, I was even sent a robot vacuum thing to review, which has been on like the rearest part of the back burner that could ever possibly exist. You know, maybe sometime at some point I'll break that out, but I just have not been super excited enough to want to break that out. But, you know, again, you want to see it, let me know. And yes, I try to run through this video as quickly as possible to maintain attention span. That way you guys don't exit out, because I wanted to show just probably 80% of the stuff that I've been working on. I want to get your feedback on things that you actually want to see, because if you've been watching my channel, views are down. I keep spiraling off into things that it seems like people don't care about. So I want to show some of the things that I'm working on and to see if I can find what would interest people the most. That way I can try to focus on that more and try to just kind of get back into the rhythm. Side note, 16 days, 17 days without posting a video. My previous record was 12 days, and all of that was about EP Cube. The scripts, the back and forth, the approval, everything, just me super focusing on that, trying to get it done. And I feel the problem with my YouTube channel. I feel the decline even more so than normal, because I have just been completely absent trying to focus on these projects. It's been mind-numbing. So it's definitely a bigger project that I think it would have been better with maybe more than just me at the helm. But I want to get back into some of this nerdy stuff that I've been doing. So let me know what you guys actually want to see. And that is about it. So as always, guys, really thank you for watching. If you're still here, I'm sorry it's been delayed. And I'm gonna do my best to get back in the swing of things. And I think once I finally get this EP Cube thing done, situated, and I get that out of my way, then hopefully I can just get back into the rhythm, or maybe even get into a better rhythm. So thank you for watching, like and subscribe. And guys, have yourself a great day.